everybody. Feels like a good day to do some buffalo chicken legs, not wings. Why? Because wings and thighs seem to be in short supply, so they had wings, or had legs. Well, I got legs. So, because I'm doing wings and not legs, I'm kind of doubling up on this recipe. I may have too much. I doubt it. But I have already melted in my pan 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I am going to add in a 1.5 teaspoons of coarse salt. Roughly. And a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. If I can get the pepper open. Maybe a tidbit bit more. Not much, but a little. I already have my oven set to 400. And I have all my little legs already popped into the bowl. Because now what we need to do is we need to coat these chicken legs with this pepper, salt, coconut oil mix. Best as we can. One down here is hiding. I'm going to flip them over. Try to get the other side done as well. Of course, I have my faithful helper making his way through the kitchen as he's not supposed to be doing. Got to love our pets and how well they know the rules when company is present or when we have got stuff going on. Pour the rest of this in here. And now we're supposed to put them on a cooking rack, and I don't have a set, so I just use a cookie sheet that I have. This, by the way, is my 3rd try for a cookie sheet that I thought would fit nicely, and it still is off kilter. So I'm going to do my best to get my legs on here and get them into this oven without causing myself a wreck. We'll see how it goes. Place these on here. Well, I'd rather my wreck now before the sheet gets hot than later, so. If you get really fancy, I do know they make the ones that you can actually hang the chicken legs upside down and let them drip onto a sheet. I don't have one of those. I don't do this often enough that I think it would be worth it for me to have one more thing in my kitchen, so I won't get one. But I have seen them. They are out there. And that cold chicken in my warm coconut oil, you can see it's already started to congeal my coconut oil a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and take some more of this and kind of run it along the side, which might stay on better if I was already level. If I can just get it to stay level, we'll see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these halfway through the cook session, and I'll put a little bit more of this on as I can as well. If we were doing chicken wings, we would put these in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes. Because these are legs and they are big legs on top of that, I'm going to cook these for no less than an hour and a half. But like I said, I'm going to do these halfway through. I'll turn them. I'll put a little bit more coconut oil with the salt and the pepper on. And then while we start the second half, we'll come back and we'll get the sauce ready that we can toss them in once they get done. See you in a bit. Okay, everybody, we're back. 11 minutes left on my chicken in the oven, and I don't even know if I'll leave it that long. When I flipped it, it looked more done than I thought it was going to be, but because again, I do not have a mere 1 1/4 pounds of chicken wings. I did the big thick chicken legs instead. I doubled everything. So I have 4 tablespoons of coconut oil already mixed, apple cider vinegar. Thought I forgot. Thought I had everything, but I did not. Now, because I'm sharing these with my son this time, I probably will not put as much apple cider vinegar in as I normally would, because he doesn't like the tang as much as I do. And it depends upon what it is that I'm eating. Like I had some sloppy joes the other day, and they were completely homemade, and there was a little bit of an extra tanginess in there, and I think it was from the cider. So anyhow, we are now going to do some more salt. If I can find my little eyes here. No, we're not either. We're gonna do chili powder. Sorry. So this time now we're going to do, because I'm doubling everything, we're going to do a teaspoon of chili powder. And because we all like garlic, and because calls for it, calls for 2 teaspoons of garlic, but I'm going to do more. I am going to double that too. Now the one thing I am not doing today is I am not going to make the dip that goes with this. And I'm not, because I'm the only one who would eat that, and it makes a pretty good serving, but I will put that in the recipe for you guys if you want it. A teaspoon of onion. And now we're going to do a teaspoon of sweet paprika. Out, so it's time for me to get some more. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of this on the shelf, so luckily, no. Yes. So luckily we're using just a half a teaspoon of the smoked paprika. And not a full teaspoon, because I don't think I have that in here. And some ground pepper. I'll be a little easy on this since I went a little easy or a little heavier on the chicken itself. So I'll do a little less than half a teaspoon of that. And then it says cayenne to taste. Again, my son's getting better about some spices, but still not overly hot and spicy for him, so I'll do a little more than 1/4 of a teaspoon. And then my spoon, I put someplace else. Alright, so we're just going to mix this all together. And I am using the same pan that I did before, because it's basically the same ingredients and then just a little bit more. So now when this chicken comes out of the oven, we're just going to coat everything with this. Right after I add, not as much as doubled, so I'm going to do, normally it calls for 3 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm not going to double that this time. I'm just going to leave that as is, and that way my son will eat these too and hopefully enjoy them. So now it's even a little bit more thin than it was before, but we're just gonna put these in my metal bowl and we will, if I could get you so the camera could see, we'll just coat it with this as best as we can. And I'm not gonna worry about dip at all in my house. If I had it, I would probably go ahead and enjoy mine with some blue cheese dressing. I'm trying to do the carnivore, but I don't think there's that much in blue cheese that would really rock that off the scale for me. So that is what I would do if I had it. Since I don't, I'm just going to eat them how they are. I know the timer says we have 5 minutes left, but I'm going to take a little look here because I think we're probably really ready to go. Yep, I think we are way done. Which is good because I tried to make some of these the other day, some just fried chicken wings or chicken legs, and I rushed it and it was by far in a way not done. So that kind of set us back here. So if I can get my little scale to turn on, or my thing to turn on here. There you go. Oh yeah. Okay, so it says bone-in chicken. So these are a little way done. So probably maybe even an hour and 20 would have done it for these. They were in the oven for about an hour and 35, I guess, when I pulled them out. So according to our normal scales, chicken legs with the bone in are done when they hit 165 degrees. We're at 204. Thankfully, all but a couple of these are pretty thick, and I think they're going to be just absolutely fine to eat anyhow. So I don't think it's like, oh my gosh, the end of the world, it's going to fall and we're not going to be able to eat these. We'll have to throw them out because you can see they don't look burned in any way, shape, or form. And they're still feeling very plump and juicy. So I think it's going to be just fine. All right, so I'm just going to spoon this in and on. And I'm going to take this. And we're just going to stir them up in here and get them really coated a lot. Because to me, that's where additional flavor comes in, is this nice coating. Oh, beautiful. All right, so this one is really nicely done. This one to go here, and then I'll do the others here in a few minutes. I suppose there might be an easier way to do this than what I've got going on here, but it's working. Oh yeah, be quiet. We're all done with you now. Even at this. Hopefully this is not a turn off for my son because I can smell the vinegar. If it is, I guess he'll eat something else and I'll be eating these, and that's okay because I love this coating. So, a little messy. Here we go. And I can't wait to dig in and try this. So I hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.